Grab your pen and paper because I'll be spilling my no foundation makeup routine. This video will be a well-detailed makeup tutorial. The first thing I would love to show you guys is the 4 different sizes of brush I use. The most important step of this makeup is to prep your skin, which I will be making use of the LA Girl Facefinity All Day Primer. Apply a few drops on your face, spray it with your hands and allow it to dry. If you're in a hurry, you can use a paper or a half fan to fasten up the process. Now you are ready to apply your makeup on your skin. Next step is to apply your blush. I make use of this red lipstick from Romantic May. Apply it evenly on both sides of my cheek and under my nose. For the blush, we are going to leave it to set and we'll move on to our concealer. For the concealer, I don't have my perfect shade, so I mix both my foundation and my concealer. But if you do have a concealer that matches your skin, work with it like that. My concealer is from Amuse and my foundation is from Exclusive. I apply my concealer on my forehead, on my nose, beneath my eye, beneath my nose, and beneath my lips. While we leave the concealer to set, I will prep my eyebrows. I apply edge control on my brows, brush it out, and define it with the brush. In this next step, make sure you have a beauty blender because we'll be blending out only the blush and not the concealer. Then you blend out the blush evenly and gently. After that, you get the setting spray that works for you. I make use of Kiss Beauty Fix setting spray. After spraying it, allow it to dry, and now is the time to blend out the concealer. Note, you need to get a whole new beauty blender different from the one you used to blend your blush. Then you blend gently from in to out, then up to down. After blending, you notice a sharp edge you don't like. Just use the bottom of your beauty blender and blend it out. The next step is the main step that helps define your face properly. I'm making use of MI Color Powder Palette to define my face. I made use of these two shades and then apply it on this place I applied my concealer. You'll be needing a brush to dust out the excess powder on your face. Make sure you dust out everything evenly and gently. You'll be needing a darker shade to define and elevate your nose. This process makes sure your nose is well defined and have a point. If you've made it to this point, that means you are that because the next step is to set your face with the setting powder, and I'm making use of the Laura Mercier setting powder. Just apply it, leave it, and move on to the next step. Next step is to do your lip combo, which I've dropped the tutorial on my page. Now we have to define our under eye. You will need a very sharp pencil for this because if it's not sharpened, you might end up injuring yourself and we don't want that over here. Just define your eye with a black liner and you will see the difference. Now we are just few steps from completing our makeup routine. Make use of a big brush to blend the setting powder, and the next step is to apply your powder blush. My powder blush is from Usher and I mix the two powder blush to get the shade I'm working with, and I apply them on the exact place I applied my lipstick. The next step is to get an eyeshadow palette to define your nose and your cheek. The eyeshadow palette is from Usher also, and I use a lighter shade to highlight my nose and my cheek. After that, I go in with a darker shade and a lighter shade on my eyes to give me a natural eyeshadow look. After this step, the next step is the final step. We'll be setting our face with a setting spray, and this process will make your face pop up and your makeup last longer. Just look at how shiny and effective this makeup is now. And now